Is it what I have been saying, the perfect traveling watch? I think so. Understatement, yes. It is just simply a stunning, beautiful traveler watch. And it is, I would say, absolutely understated luxury. Welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube, where the watches are the stars. The voice here is Alexander, and on your screen you do see the new Laurent Ferrier Sport Traveller. Nomen est omen in this case, Sport Traveller. Yes, this is a watch that will indicate a second zone time. Why do I say zone time and not time zone? I will explain that in the video, of course. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications. What you see is a grade 5 titanium case and bracelet, so ultra light and yeah, pretty scratch resistant. But if you look close, yes, we have to admit that we got the watch to be filmed prior to Watches and Wonders, and this was a watch that toured around the world. When we got it, it just came back from Asia and was shown to the press or to customers already. So there are some little scratches on it. So if you buy such a watch, of course, it won't look like this. It's just to explain you why it is as it is. I said it before, grade 5 titanium with a beautifully executed bracelet, a butterfly folding clasp. Yeah, so it is secured with 2 push pieces that it not opens by coincidence. And when we look from the back, yeah, it has a see-through case. Of course, you can't hide this beautiful calibered LF Laurent Ferrier 275.01, a self-winding movement with a micro-rotor. You can't hide it because it's so beautiful, you have to show it. Now let me explain you what you see on the dial. You have hour hand, you have the minute hand, and the small seconds are shown at 6 o'clock. There's a small counter there. At 3 o'clock you have the date indication, and at 9 o'clock is the indication for the second zone time. So how can you use the watch when you travel? You have 2 push pieces that are integrated on the left side of the case, and you can move the hour hand in 1 hour steps and easily set your time when you arrive in a foreign destination. The watch will then always show correct the local time. And how do you do this? How do you synchronize it? Just continue watching the video and you will discover everything, of course. In darkness, the watch delivers good readability due to its superluminova filled assegai-shaped hour and minute hand, so you can easily read the time, of course, the indexes as well. So good readability in darkness or at night. So the dimensions of this watch are 42 millimeters. So the case diameter is 42 millimeters. The thickness of it is 13.3 millimeter. I said it before, it's a grade 5 titanium case, has a dome-shaped sapphire crystal that has an anti-reflective treatment, of course. The dial aperture is 29 millimeter. What is the dial aperture? This is what you see when you read the time. So the real size of the dial, and it is 29 millimeters, is the bracelet, the beautifully executed 3-link titanium bracelet tapering. Yes, it does. It tapers down from 22 millimeters to 18 millimeters in the butterfly folding clasp. The bracelet is perfectly executed. There is not a single sharp edge on it. It feels absolutely smooth. And since the entire watch is so light due to the fact that it is made out of titanium, once you put the watch on your wrist and once it has the temperature of your wrist and you don't feel it anymore, it literally melts with your wrist and you get the impression not to wear anything because it is so light and so perfectly hugging your wrist. Now nicely to see on your screen is the Laurent Ferrier calibre 275.01 or 275.01 automatic movement with an off-centered micro-rotor, as you clearly see. It is a 4 Hz movement, 28,800 semi-oscillations with lever escapement, and the watch features a power reserve of 72 hours, of course. So really something serious. And if you want, you can put the watch down for 3 days and it won't stop to run. But who would want to do that? Once you have it on your wrist, you will probably never take it off again. Try it and you will see. We were really amazed about how this watch really hugs your wrist and melts with it. Just to finish my description of the movement, yes, the Micro-Rotor is made out of platinum. Yeah, why do they do this? Platinum is heavy, so it is increasing the efficiency when winding. This is why you do that. And the entire movement is composed out of 240 components, features 35 jewels. The diameter of the movement is 31.6 millimeter and its thickness 5.8 millimeter. Let me point out a few details about the decoration of the movement. Of course, it's Laurent Ferrier, it's Haute Horlogerie, and only the very best of the very best is said to be okay. And this Micro-Rotor bridge is decorated entirely by hand. Its angles are softened, then refined with gentian wood, yes, and diamantine, while the surface is mirror polished. The movement also features several interior angles, multiple zinc polished surfaces, and a succession of satin brushed and circular grained finishes. Everything done by hand in the atelier of Laurent Ferrier in Plan-les-Ouates in Geneva, just beside all the other big watch manufacturers that are also located in Plan-les-Ouates in Geneva. To start our little demonstration of what you can display, we set the local time to 1400 or 2 p.m. So what you see in the window at 9 o'clock is 10 a.m. This is the indication of your home time, and your travel time would be 1400. And to make something clear in the beginning is that the date is always linked to what the hands are showing. So when you travel, and this is very important to know, when you travel, the date change will always, of course, appear at the right time and not at your home time. Now we went back to synchronize local time and home time. So both show 10 o'clock in the morning. And what you now do, or what is recommended if you are going to travel, you have to be sure that the hands do really show what you see on the display at 9 o'clock. So now we are traveling through time, and you can see 20, 21, 22, 23, and the date will now then change. Look at the date window. We are arriving at 11 p.m. or 23 hours, and now the date change happens. Look, yep, it changed to the 29th. And of course, in the window at 9 o'clock, it is correctly indicated that we are now entering the night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and so on, 5 o'clock in the morning. So the watch is perfectly synchronized, and now you can start traveling, and this is what we are going to do. And to just show you what would in theory happen if you would not synchronize the watch, this is what you see on your screen. You do have indicated 10 o'clock in the window at 9 o'clock, meaning that you are in the morning, but your hands do show already 10 o'clock in the evening. And what would happen? The date change will occur, of course, because I told you before, the date is linked to the hands and not to the indication of the second zone time. And this, of course, means that the home and local time are not synchronized. Also good to see and to know is that the date wheel, in case you turn the watch back, of course, also goes back from the 30th to the 29th or whatsoever. Now, local time and the second zone time are synchronized again, and you can see when this happens, the date change, of course, occurs correctly at midnight, and you do also see in the little window at 9 o'clock the correct indications of 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Since the watch is perfectly synchronized, local time equals home time, or the other way around as you want to see it. Now we can start traveling. We took as an example, I traveled from Zurich to New York. There's a time difference of 6 hours. Actually, when we have Central European summertime, there is a time difference of 6 hours. And what happens? You arrive in New York, and what you do is very easy. You take the push piece at 8 o'clock and you just go back 6 hours. So in the little window at 9 o'clock, your home time will be shown plus 6 hours. And from the dial, of course, you read the correct local time in New York, and this is 4 o'clock in the morning. And once the day goes on, of course, now the date change, as we already have been showing you before, will occur always at midnight. You don't believe me? Of course you do, but I want to show it to you. Here is the proof. You have been traveling to New York. Time moves on. Of course, there's a 6 hour of difference at home. Once it is noon in New York, it will be 6 o'clock in the evening at home, and you continue the afternoon. You arrive 6 o'clock local time in New York. Aha, it is midnight at home. There it is. But still 6 o'clock in the evening in New York, and the date has not changed yet, as it of course has to be. Everything else would be wrong, and of course you would never ever have something coming out of Laurent Ferrier. They wouldn't do that. So let me just finish our little demonstration, and now we arrive 6 o'clock in the morning at home, and New York 6 hours later. And now the date change happens at midnight, and there we go. Once we continue, we will arrive midnight in New York, and the date change happened, you see, 28 to the 29th. And in the little date window, we are ready at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. That's the time in Zurich. Once we are back in Zurich, how do we resynchronize it? Very easy task. You know what to do. Of course, you have to use the push piece at 10 o'clock that is integrated in the case. You just press 6 times and then the watch is again synchronized. You have the local time 10 and you have the indication of the second zone time also showing you 10 o'clock. And then let me also quickly run you through the different date indications. It's a very big date window, I have to say, so also readable. Yes, if you're not wearing your glasses, so readability of the date is really good. And here you see all the numbers. Yo! So now let me quickly tell you why have I been talking about a zone time and not a time zone. Very easy. A time zone is a geographical description. We are here based in Switzerland, in Austria, in Germany, in France, etc. in the time zone of Paris. That is UTC +1 in winter and UTC +2 in summer. And in that time zone, in that specific time zone, there is a zone time being indicated on the watch. This is a slightly of a difference, time zone and zone time. So just for you to explain you that quickly, that you understand why I do insist so much on saying zone time and not time zone, because a watch is not a map and is not indicating any geographical specification. This beautifully ultra light Laurent Ferrier Sport Traveller will be sold for 61,000 Swiss franc excluding taxes. When it will come to the markets, I can't say. During the next weeks, months, it will be available. It is not a limited edition. It is just simply a stunning, beautiful traveler watch. And it is, I would say, absolutely understated luxury. You can wear it, and I think you can wear it also being more or less safe of those who are looking on wrists and seek for some objects they might steal from your wrist, because I bet that 90% or 95% of those who have such things in mind would not identify Laurent Ferrier as that what it is. So enjoy this watch. Just in case you are interested, use the comment section to share your thoughts about it. Is it what I have been saying, the perfect traveling watch? I think so. Understatement, yes. If not, tell me if you disagree. Just let me know. And be also sure to check out our channel, our website, and our social media channels to get all the information we are bringing together from Watches and Wonders 2026. Bye, guys.